Hello, it's Fancy. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. It is October and therefore it is officially spooky season. To celebrate, I've made a simple set of Halloween product designs. This is just a simple set consisting of 3 artworks as usual, this time centered around a little witch cat. I don't usually make sets of designs for Halloween, so I'm glad I finally got around to it now. There are finally a few things that I can add into the Halloween collections of my shops, which, by the way, you can check out by heading over to the links in the description below. With that said, let's get into each of these witch cats. This first one has our witch cat looking poised and comfortable on a flying broomstick, or broom, I suppose. Very witchy. Oh, I had the sketches for these in my sketchbook, and they were first sketched all the way back in 10th grade or so. So that's quite a long time to put this off. Just like a lot of my artworks recently. Anyways, I thought this pose for this one was pretty dynamic, and that I could exaggerate the shape of the broomstick a lot, to make it more interesting. What it did end up doing though, was that it made this piece just a bit harder for me to properly execute. I don't think I even succeeded too much on this one, mainly because I had changed the pose of the cat into a much calmer pose, compared to the original pose it had in the original sketch. Which I guess makes this piece less dynamic, in terms of the cat, I guess. But anyways, the broom is still dynamic, so I guess I achieved the whole dynamic thing 50%? Oh well. Anyways, for the cat itself, it's pretty simple. Just a classic black cat, but in the original sketches, it didn't have this sort of witch robe thing going on. At least, I don't think I had originally intended for this cat to have an outfit or costume. What I mean to say is I put our little witch cat in a witch outfit with a hat. Yes. This one is done though, so let's have a look at the second one. Alright, this second one is much simpler than the first. And is simpler than the third and last design as well. This one is pretty much the same cat, looking straight up front with a few trick-or-treating items. I really like this one, especially these extra items I added. Of course, there's this classic trick-or-treating basket, or bucket I suppose, to the side. And I really like what I added inside the basket/bucket. Instead of the usual Halloween candy, I added some cat things. Namely some fish and cans of cat food. Because certainly this little kitty will appreciate those a lot more, methinks. Also, I forgot to mention in the first one, but I added these patches things. Some sewed-on patches onto the little witch outfit, just to add a bit of an extra something to make the outfit look a bit more interesting. And add a bit of personality. Because without it, it just looks like a very plain witch costume. This one looks like it's been given some tender love and care after being torn apart by the cat, probably. And I added one on the hat as well. Unfortunately, the other patches aren't seen as much on this second piece, and it's completely covered in the next one. Oh well. But anyways, this second one is done, so let's move on to the third and last. For this last one, I have the little witch cat peeking behind a big cauldron, which I like to imagine it isn't filled with any potion or anything. Instead, it's filled with a lot of cat food, or an equivalent mixture for our little witch cat buddy. Which is why I made the mixture the same color or similar as the can of cat food in the second piece. Which would explain our little feline friend's interest in the cauldron and its mixture. I ironically had some trouble with the pose for this one. Which is funny to think about because the cat is nearly completely covered by the cauldron anyway. But hey, I wanted the cat to at least make some sense despite being mostly covered. So I had the cat stretching, I suppose, if it reads like that. But yeah, it's stretching while taking a peek at the cauldron. Other than that, that's it for this design. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I'd likely mention wanting to get this done quickly in this video as well, and so I will. I did indeed want to get this set done generally quickly, which to me meant finishing each design in an hour or a little over an hour, at most. I know these are simple and an hour is probably ample time to get one of these done for other people, but I am slow, so it was also a bit of a challenge. But I think I did succeed for the most part. And I also wanted to make sure none of these look too rushed in the end. So yeah, I also think I succeeded on that front. Oh, and I gave them all the same background color since they're in the same set anyway, and they're all just the same cat. Which, for other sets I would have the background colors different, but for this one I just wanted them to be all the same. Yeah. Also, if you noticed, I tried to keep the color palettes more desaturated, less bright, earthy, along those lines, just because I thought it would work for this theme. And it kind of does. It's a nice break from my usually brightly colored pieces, although I still do generally prefer brighter colors. With that said, I think we're done. You can get these artworks as stickers, prints, shirts, and a bunch of other products over on my Redbubble and TeePublic shops. I sure hope these designs give off a nice Halloween vibe anyways, and with that, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like, drop a comment, or subscribe. That would certainly mean so much to me. And it would definitely help me out as well. Also, I keep forgetting to bring this up since I keep forgetting I have it, but I am also on Ko-fi. So if you want to buy me a coffee over there, a virtual cup of coffee, or send me a tip, or anything, really anything helps, the link will also be in the description below. I have to start adding the link to that in the descriptions. I keep forgetting I have Ko-fi. And I don't think I made a proper announcement for it, so this is the announcement. I have a Ko-fi and the link will be in the description below. Anyways, I hope you have a very wonderful day and a very wonderfully spooky month ahead. I'll see you in the next one, and take care.